Hey, watch it.
The asshole that bumped into Abby didn't even bother turning around when she yelled at him. He'd made her spill her drink, and now Jack and Coke was splashed all over her hand, bare legs, and new sandals.
Great. What a jerk.
Switching her cup to her left hand and shaking the excess liquid from her right, she started to weave her way through the crowd of drunken Marycliff University students to find the kitchen. She'd somehow let Megan convince her that coming to the party would be fun. She'd even made a token effort, a flowy lightweight tank with spaghetti straps, her favorite denim shorts that showed off her legs, and her new, strappy sandals. Sandals that were now covered in liquor and soda and would probably be sticky once they dried. Megan had abandoned her over an hour ago, shortly after they'd gotten their drinks. Abby had seen her doing body shots a little later, and the last time she'd seen Megan, she had been making out with a guy against the wall in the hallway. Abby could only imagine what had happened since. She finally managed to get to the kitchen, which was just as crowded as everywhere else. A breakfast bar with cups and drinks laid out dominated the room. The real attention grabber was the keg, and the idiot doing the keg stand. Abby elbowed her way through the crowd, trying to get to the sink so she could try to clean up a little. She didn't feel like spending the rest of the night sticky. Someone was standing at the sink. His back was to her, and he wore a t-shirt that stretched taut across his shoulders and biceps, and jeans that hung nicely from his hips.
Nice ass.
She allowed a smirk to flit across her mouth before approaching him.
Excuse me.
She tried to pitch her voice loud enough to be heard over the noise of the party without shouting. No response. She tapped on his shoulder and practically yelled in his ear.
Excuse me.
As he turned, someone knocked into Abby from behind. She lurched forward against the guy's chest, crushing her cup against his abs and splashing the remains of her drink all over them both. He let out a surprised shout. He had grabbed her upper arms to steady her when she ran into him, but had pushed her away when he felt the liquid soaking his shirt.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Abby covered her mouth with her hand, feeling like a complete moron. He stood there with his arms out, looking down at the mess on his shirt. Then he looked at the matching stain on her shirt, and his lips twitched like he might be suppressing a smile. He cleared his throat. It's okay. There was laughter in his voice. Abby crinkled her brows in confusion.
Why is he laughing at me? I just spilled my drink all over him.
Then she noticed that his eyes were glued to her chest, and she looked down. Abby gasped. Her light pink tank was more or less see-through now that it was wet. She could clearly see the pattern of the lace on her bra, as well as her pointed nipples. She crossed her arms over her chest, which made the guy snort a little, starting to lose the battle to suppress his laughter.
Can you move, please?
Her demand was laced with irritation.